fantastic shape this year, and it's really cool to see. She's been around for a while, but she seems to have come into some new shape this year and is, yeah, smashing it.
Absolutely. And then finally, Janja Garnbret, we all expected her to be here. She did have a bit of a slip midway up the route.
She did, yeah.
Lost a heel.
I know, but she was super composed afterwards. And maybe it was a little bit of a wake-up call, like, oh.
That big triangular volume in the middle, which kicks it out further than the 35 degrees we saw on screen. The athlete's allowed to use binoculars. Manon Healy might have them there. Oh no, she's just cupping her eyes.
Yeah, binoculars, I've seen notepads, pens, all kinds.
So we are counting down now, less than 2 minutes to go. Top 8, sorry. Liska Adamovska, Yevgenia Kazbekova, Alexandra Totkova, Anna Moyle, Jessica Pilz, Mia Krampel.
It's electric, and I'm sure Eliska would have absolutely loved walking out just then. There's not much of a better feeling than walking out to a crowd about to pull onto a final route.
Well, here we go. The music finally drops down, allowing the athletes to concentrate just a little bit. And this is the little pop, I think, this first move we chatted about.
Yeah, Ella was just setting up, but...
Not too bad at all. Just to unsettle, perhaps, a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit of hesitation, but now she'll be relaxing. The route setters even gave the women a little, what we call jib. So that's when you add a smaller hold onto a bigger hold. And usually they're kind and they let us know where it is with a little white, we call tick mark. So that little line by her foot.
At least get underway safely through that first section. And you can see the score ticking away on the left. She's on hold 11, so she gets 11 on her score, and she gets a plus 0.1 if she uses the hold. But we'll go through more of that as we come to it. And that is the quick draws. They must clip on the way up. And it is easy sometimes to go past those quick draws.
Definitely, and you have to clip them in sequence. So sometimes you can skip a quick draw and that's when people are called down. So it's really important to make sure you have an idea generally of when you're going to clip. Because you can climb past it and then be like, oh no, how am I going to get back down to there?
So they just get resting on the wall, looking at the traverse that's coming up. Because now she starts the journey from right to left, from big black volume to black volume. And a fairly good undercling, that.
Yeah, I think they've added a small hold in there as well, just hidden.
And you can see the dual texture surface shining in the sun. They don't want to be standing on that, it's slippery.
No, definitely not.
Oh, here we go, the precision required on these pockets.
What a view.
Yeah, that's the stadium. Beach volleyball behind us, climbing here. And Liska is into those pockets and having to be careful with that right foot placement.
Yeah, loads of core tension required in this section. Resting is not actually that restful.
No, it isn't. So that is the traverse, those black triangular style volumes, and creating a runway for the athletes out towards the left. Clips low.
That dish is definitely not as good as I thought it was. It looks pretty slopey.
Yeah, she's breathing heavily now. There is a clock, 3 minutes 28 left out of the 6 minutes allotted to the athletes, and she's about halfway.
Yeah, I reckon this is probably the last rest point for a little while, and you're going to have to absolutely plough through this middle section. Steepest bit of the wall.
Liska had actually a better boulder season than she did lead this year. A silver medal in Brixen for the IFSC. Last competition, she was 28th for the lead in Briançon.
She'll be really happy to be back in finals after a bit of a shaky end to the Summer Lead World Cup tour. Someone else who's also aiming for Paris, so we'll see her in tomorrow's boulder semi-final as well. So brutal 4 days for Ella.
Yeah, she's got to finish up and go and rest and do it all again tomorrow morning at 9 AM, I think.
What a rest there.
12. Oh yeah, so knee bar in, so the athlete's using her knee to take a bit of weight off the hands. But she's got to keep an eye on the clock here, 2 minutes 20.
Yeah, she's been here around a minute, and that's quite a long time for not much progress upwards. But hopefully she's been recovering rather than tiring herself out.
The athletes would have spotted the length of this wall, though no time could be more of an issue perhaps in this.
We had some timeouts in qualification as well. It is quite a long wall, and they've set really long routes, so hopefully Ella will get a move on and we'll see some more climbing before she times out.
Yeah, we're coming up to the 2 minute mark now. 32, she's looking solid, no real moments so far. bumps the right hand out and over, and again shaking out and resting.
The crowd knows exactly when to cheer and hype her up.
Yeah, it's hard to over-egg the atmosphere here. It's really exciting.
It is.
It's quite nice to have a 4 p.m. finals as well.
It's
sunshine.
so early.
Yeah, I know. Usually it's darkness by this point. Oh, cutting loose.
Big cut from Ella. See if she can hold it.
Yeah, needs to get the feet on, and she's climbed slightly past the quick draw. Oh, and drops off.
Big fall.
Well, that is the first athlete final.
Well, she definitely timed it right.
Yeah, a lot of the athletes seeing this as a highlight of the season, so trying to peak with their training and in this moment. Remember, 8 women are climbing here tonight, and then after this final we have the men's boulder final. Should be another good one for us.
Wow, what a day of climbing, huh?
Pretty good, isn't it?
Jam-packed.
Not a bad way to spend a day. It's gone quick as well.
I know, I bet these women are still feeling warm from the semi-final route.
So Evgenia through the first jump.
Yeah, no hesitation there.
Yeah, looking a bit settled in now.
Boulder skills coming in handy. I think the crossover is getting bigger or closer, I guess.
Yeah, I think you're right. And combined at the end of the week, I think we're going to see longer boulder problems and potentially shorter routes as well. So it's going to be interesting.
Definitely.
Only 8 athletes make it through to that combined. And some of these in the final, I mean, there's a couple who you're pretty guaranteed to make it, Janja being one of them.
Yeah, for sure. Janja also has a pretty good chance. She'll be climbing tomorrow as well.
Yeah, she can keep that skin together. And I think she will probably have half an eye on that combined, having got through to the finals today.
Definitely, it puts her in a really good position. But I'm sure her mind is far away from bouldering right now as she heads into the steep section on our final route.
Yeah, so undercling rest position here. It's a very good rest, actually. She'll get stood up there. Although that angle is a bit misleading. That's better. It does push you back quite a lot. She's trying to get a knee.
It looks like it's working a little bit. It's probably not providing the rest that she would hope for. Although now it looks like she's relaxed a bit.
Yeah, the athlete's not allowed to use knee pads. It's just skin. And sometimes you see an athlete putting trousers on because of that.
Yeah, true.
I never know which is more grippy. Oh, Evgenia drops the move up.
And I
Bangs
think
into the wall.
Ella made that move look a lot smoother than it actually
Yeah.
showed. Super exciting. And as a competitor, you're like, she's off. No, she's not. What?
Yeah, how is she still
How?
on? Yeah.
I was watching in the athlete lounge and I heard a was from all the Austrian athletes when she looked like she'd fallen, but she was still on the wall and she went 2 more moves.
Yeah.
So, and that's what you need to be successful in World Cups, that kind of fight, that energy that people just don't understand.
Exactly. She's still young, 17, I think, so.
Yeah, super young. I'm pretty sure last year was her first full year on the senior circuit and she was in finals. I remember watching her in Chamonix and I think she even had a medal last year, so.
Yeah, she's just 17.
She's quite a short athlete, so that jump definitely looked a little further for her, but she still got it done. She's pretty powerful. The classic Alex thing to do.
Yeah, I said congratulations to her as I walked through, just sort of said, like, you give me a heart attack every time. And she just nodded at me, just like, yeah, it happens.
Poor coach.
Oh, crazy. Okay, so hold on to your hats as she swings out. A few moves away from the first rest on this women's route.
Okay, getting into the meat of the climbing now. More holds.
Yeah, but the overhang already starts, and we were chatting about how short the head wall is on this wall.
Yeah, it's not long. No quick draw basically up there.
That's
either.
true, yeah, no quick draws. And also,
you're committed.
Yeah, you are, and also because this is traversing, it's all roof, this problem.
Yeah, there's so much steep in this. It would be super exhausting for the athletes, especially third day on for most. Second session of the day, you know, easy time for them, huh?
Yeah. Okay, so into this undercling. Will she find this knee bar?
Making kind of quick work of this as well.
Yeah, cruising. Hasn't either seen it or doesn't want to use the knee bar. Did look awkward when Janja did it. Evgenia, sorry, did it. Right, so this is the move, this blind jump.
And
Okay, she is in the pocket. It's held by that graphic, but
and a bit of a flex.
yeah, one-handed resting, 2 fingers in the pockets.
Despite being a bit shorter than the other athletes, she really pulled in with that right arm, and you could see that she basically had 2 right angles, 90-degree lock-offs, and that's why she was able to hold that swing.
So
in fact, it wasn't much of a swing for her because she was so controlled.
Yeah, she just dangled, really. Shook off. Hopefully the photographer got a shot of that because it was awesome. Ball reaches down low to clip that. Timing quickly, 3:20 on the clock. Kicks out with the left hand, grimacing as she brings her hands through into the undercling. That doesn't really mean anything with her. She's always grimacing.
That's true.
Bumps the left. She reminds me of you, Molly, the way she climbs sometimes.
Pretty athletic.
Yeah, exactly.
Quite risky almost,
Yep.
and all in the biceps.
Summed it up perfectly.
Yeah. And actually chilling in this steep bit. I didn't think you'd want to rest here, but...
Yeah, she's shaking out. So resting now. Rest done. She continues. Out towards the left. And remember this tricky clip sequence. We don't really know how it goes yet. Biting the rope in order to drag up. Awkward looking clip there.
Yeah, Alex doesn't usually have more than 2 points of contact on the wall, so I'm sure she's really enjoying this steep section.
Right, so breathing hard. She's in 2nd place at the moment. 31 is her score.
The time is ticking though, and she's still got quite a way to go.
Yeah, true. 2 minutes left, and she is climbing quicker now. Boosting her way through each move. All right, and things are about to get even more overhanging as she comes out again, cutting
Another
loose.
cut loose. Such a strong climber.
Love to see how she trains.
And let's see how she attempts this section.
So that's the quick
There's
draw.
hidden holds on there.
Yeah, I can't even see it.
Black on black.
Yeah, and then makes the clip look okay. Watch the clock, 1:13. Pausing once again.
Resting her way up this steep section.
Into the pinches now.
Not
Forearms
far off the
screaming.
head wall, but
Yeah, she's close. There's still more traversing. Oh, falls.
she looks frustrated. Won a bronze in the bouldering World Cup
Yes.
this year.
Yeah.
And has she made league finals? I know she's been 9th before.
She has made finals. Yeah, I'll have a look at when that was. She's underway anyway into the first part, and this jump coming up. So Brianson wasn't the best. Yeah, she's made 2 finals. So 1 final this year. So Innsbruck was her first final. Oh, sorry, no finals this year for lead.
Been really close though.
Yeah, right on the
9th
cusp.
and a 10th, so she's clearly at the top on the world scene. So let's see what she can do at this European Championships.
Yeah, and since her boulder success was really where she unleashed herself. I got some medals for the first time, and since then hasn't really looked back.
No, it's amazing how once you get one good result, the good form just kind of seems to run off of that. The confidence grows, and it almost feels easier.
And Hannah will be being spurred on by this crowd. Everyone here seems to be behind her right now.
For sure. I know she'll be resting and looking out, just taking in the crowd, the atmosphere, and really being so present.
So she's into the undercling rest. Again, doesn't use the knee bar. It looks so awkward. And Hannah is quite tall as well. It looks fiddly, that knee bar. She has got toes.
Oh, and she keeps tension through that toe hook and even rests there.
But she's got to unlock it now, and this could be a big swing from Hannah Moore. Oh no, static out.
So controlled.
That's so much power, isn't there?
Yeah.
Good strength from her. double heel. What is that? Double heels in.
Super flexible climber as well. Amazing mobility. I've seen her in the splits on the wall so often. Hannah gets into spaces that shouldn't be possible.
So the quick draw is going to be beneath her. She makes that clip out. It's been extended to avoid the rope drag because of how traversy this route is.
Very kind of the route that is to do that.
Yeah, lovely, isn't it?
And she's climbing quickly. Really good pacing throughout this, not wasting any time whatsoever, and looking pretty fresh.
Yeah, about 30 seconds ahead of the others at the moment. Not which speed is a factor, but we know how long this route is, and that's why we keep talking about it. Keep an eye on the scores as well. She's in bronze medal position at the moment. As our camera pans down, such a good angle to show the overhang on this. I don't know how you train for a route, this kind of traverse over. I mean, you can't get this in a commercial gym. It would take up too much space.
No, probably climbing outside is
yeah.
most applicable.
So they're good holds, slopers, especially that right with the jib on it.
And this is the big move up, the big launch. And Hannah just locks it off again. Climbing super static, conserving so much power.
2 heels in as well. Those black holds, the little ones, they have to cover bolts to stop the athlete standing on them and getting a penalty.
Looking like she's getting a bit pumped now. The elbow is up and she is fighting. Head back, fingers are dropping.
Well, remember, she's got a clip as well. And there's the, yeah, it came. Such a big fall, the camera lost her for a second as she came down. So Hannah Moyle is in 3rd. Her season, set herself up for the rest of it. For a long time, it was always Jessie versus Janja.
It was indeed. And I think Jessie's coming back into that. She's on her way back. I've seen her training in Innsbruck, and it's crazy what she's training on.
Yeah, I get the feeling she's one of those athletes who's quite affected by having to train for speed. So this seems to take her a while to bounce back from that.
Yeah, I think she's really enjoying just training lead and boulder, as most athletes are. I doubt there's really many who still train speed. Not that we don't love it still, love to watch it, but it just takes so much energy and time from your lead and boulder training. I think everyone's pretty excited to be back to normal on this.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Yeah, the combined now is lead and boulder. Speed is a separate medal for the Olympics, and that's why we're following that in the combined competitions as well.
We'll see our speed competition on Monday?
Yeah, Monday. And the athletes have started to arrive. So Jessie easy through the first section. Time is occasionally a problem for her. She's good at timing it, but she does have a tendency to be a bit slower sometimes.
That's the problem when you've got so much endurance. Yeah, Jessie's had a few timeouts. I think she also timed out in qualification this competition too. So I don't know if it's on her mind.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, time hasn't been a factor so far. It's just the amount of forearm burn going on. Oh, powerful from Jessie.
Yeah, easy does it for Jessie. Another super strong athlete, really strong boulder as well.
It's funny, I thought Hannah Moyle's method was thuggy, and yet that was even more so.
Thuggy but elegant.
Thuggy but elegant, yeah. Elegant.
Elegant, I love it.
Yeah. So 4th for Jessie at the moment, aiming for that 40.1. Alexander Totskova set earlier. Very hard to see the intricacies of this route because it's black on black for a lot of it.
I know, hard to see the details.
Yeah. Then mixed in there are some jibs.
Most of the time I just assume there's a jib on volumes like this. Hope for there to be a jib there.
Yeah, it's all good till there isn't. Then you're in trouble.
That's true.
All right, so Jessie's on that blue volume, which must kick out the wall more than the 35 degrees it's said to be. Got a knee in there. Yeah. Not a full knee bar, more of a scrub.
Also resting right in the steep. Maybe those holds aren't for that. Not for those girls anyways.
No, but as you said, you can get trapped into it, and that clock is ticking down. Jessie hooking her feet. Downturn, soft shoes, allowing her to do that. Gets a heel hook in, clips high. And now there won't be much time to rest from now onwards.
No, we're approaching our big lock-off move right before it starts to get interesting and we get into the medals so far.
Right, so Jessie matching the sloper, resting. Everyone's eyes in the stadium are craned upwards towards her. Here she goes, launches up with the right hand.
Light work for Jessie.
Yeah, changes the heel into toes. Has to be careful with the dual text down there. There are some slippy bits.
Having to work a little bit now, but still in control.
Yeah, now this is the sequence that got a few.
This is where we lost Hannah almost.
Jessie's looking good.
She is looking good. And gets the clip.
Yeah, easy, and she's got 2 minutes, so plenty of time.
One more clip and then it's climbing straight to the top.
What a fall that's going to be if they go off the top right.
And we have a new high point already.
Jessie into the lead, 41.
Looking like she still has more to give, so come on, Jessie.
Oh, look at the flexibility.
Makes this last clip, and now is all guns blazing to the top.
Yeah, that is it. Now she can just relax and climb through this last section.
That volume looks really bad. Oh, maybe that's a coordination move.
Could be. And if that is the case, that's a big ask after all that endurance.
It really manage all of that. It's just another thing that you don't really think about in training, I guess, that adds to the intensity of events like this.
Yeah, my eyes got sunburnt on the first day. I was so bloodshot. Right, Mia Cramble clips in the first drop.
And she's off.
So first jump, nice and easy, just sets up, launches up to it.
Pulls way over. Nice little confidence boost that.
Yeah, she's underway, using those good holds, down low. Just try not to waste energy at this point.
No. She's moving quickly and confidently.
Yeah, you don't want to over grip at this point. But look at that, again, that resting position with the high left.
Yeah, climbing really is a sport that encompasses so many skills: flexibility, technique, strength, power. Like, the list of things to train is endless.
And of course, it doesn't matter if you're just flexible, you've got to be strong in a flexible position.
Exactly. It's great having, you know, the ability to get into positions, but you've got to move out of it, otherwise it's pretty much pointless.
Yeah, it's a good shot to see what she's holding on to. There are hidden holds under there. As we expect, easy through, but this is the first risky section for Mia Crample. She has to be precise, stretches up with the toe hook in, releases it, easy work for her.
Super cool, really nice to climb.
It is one of those moves that makes you want to go and try it, isn't it? I'd love to give that a go.
This looks amazing, this route.
We'll get you on, Molly, it's all right. We'll sneak you in.
Nice.
You're part of the staff now.
I'm already warm, it's fine.
Now, this is the part where you're just moving between rests, really. Crosses through.
We'll see if she also opts to rest here or not.
Making sure the toes are locked in underneath.
Sometimes it can be a bit fiddly when you need to toe hook or heel hook the holds that your hands are on. So requires a little bit of shuffling.
Yeah.
But it looks like Mia's managed to move everything out of the way in time.
Yeah, she's all good. And she gets that sort of semi-knee bar scrub for a second and moved off it. And that is where she's aiming for. She doesn't know this. The athletes aren't aware of the scores, although there is a massive screen that does say she's in 5th place, but I doubt she's paying much attention to it.
No, I doubt it.
working to get the toes locked in. She comes closer to the business end. This is really just a bit of a burner of a route, getting the athletes pumped before the hard part. Grade-wise, between about 8B plus to 8C plus-ish.
Yeah, people love a grade, don't they?
They do love a grade.
But it's so hard to grade a route like this. Imagine walking into your gym and seeing this.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
No.
I'd walk the other way. But it's about that grade-ish,
Yeah.
to give you any understanding anyway. So really hard stuff. And on site, of course. So bumps up with the left hand. Crossing through into this black on black section, you can't see, but it is there. Oh, the cut loose. Mia Crampel up into fourth.
See if she can get this flip in.
She's
You're
going
gonna
quite
need to
far.
get it in soon.
Oh, okay, so this could be tricky because you can't really match that hold. She's just going through it, I think.
I think she's about to commit to just getting the next score. Oh, she's gonna get it in.
Oh, she does.
Good effort from Mia.
That's well done from her.
Maybe not the best position to clip, but
Stop the monster fall anyway. She comes down.
and she knows. Oh,
Oh yeah, drop down. Yeah, it's very Magos, that one.
that is very mega.
So Magos. So she's underway, down low. Clock starts ticking, 6 minutes. No one getting close to the top yet.
Manon maybe the oldest in this final.
And she came
Still
back
in
from
her
injury.
20s, I think.
Yeah, late 20s, I
Which
think.
just shows how competitive and young the women's field is. I think we've got quite a lot of the older legends in the men's side of things, but in the women it's getting younger and younger.
Yeah, it is. You're a veteran, Molly, already.
I know, at the ripe old age of 24.
Yeah, Manon is 28. And she came back from injury.
And she's come back in incredible form, which is, it's always so, like, it's nice to see people come back after a bit of time off, but when they come back from injury and they're super strong, it's so cool and so motivating.
So the music becomes pretty dramatic as Manon gets going.
Yeah. DJ's about to hype everyone up.
Manon quite slow down low though. Minute 10 gone already. She'll want to get through. She would have spotted these lower cruxes.
And I'm sure she'll relax soon once she gets into this middle section.
Yeah, she's looking a bit tense around the shoulders, not quite flowing yet.
I think there's quite a lot of pressure qualifying so high for a final like this as well, and I'm sure she knows she's capable of a medal. She's climbed to a medal position in the semis, and so that brings a whole new element to climbing.
Yeah, she's made a lot of finals this year already in 2022. Fifth her highest result this year on the lead.
Takes a bit of a risky cut, but is back on track now.
So has that heel kind of pushed into the pocket. Drops the left leg down.
Bit of rope shuffling.
Yeah.
Organisation. Part of a super strong French team.
Yeah, that French team, huge depth in it.
So much depth, yeah. Both in both disciplines, genders. They seem to just have athletes smashed it everywhere.
Well, her teammate Sam Avazu will climb in the boulder final tonight.
With Mejdi.
With Mejdi, yeah, true. There's 3 French athletes through this evening.
Oriane will be representing tomorrow.
Yeah, we get to do it all again tomorrow. I keep forgetting this. It repeats itself. So Manon reaches down low for that extended quick draw.
Now, I saw her shoes in warm-up, and I hadn't seen them before. And I was surprised that they're basically slippers with no rubber on the top.
So
And
no
you
toe
can kind of
hooks in
see
there.
them. So I'm super impressed at how solid she looks in a toe hook.
Huh.
She's very strong shins.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point, because usually the athletes have a lot of rubber over the top of the foot for the toe hooks.
Generally, I'd say the more rubber, the better.
Yeah, I love it. I call it wadgeability. I just crack it in. I don't want to faff around with it.
I want as much coverage as possible.
Exactly.
So it's an interesting shoe choice, but clearly works for her.
Try to get a look at it, because it's, snatching there.
Very snatchy. Let's hope she can
awkward sequence. There's a lot of little movements to it.
It seems like, I think Ella just had a really smooth climb, because since everyone else has looked quite snatchy in that section.
Yeah, you're right. Look at the top of the shoes. Very little rubber on it.
But I think she's typically French and is absolutely insane with a heel hook, so if you can toe it, you can heel it, probably.
Right, well, that's what she's aiming for. 40.1 is a silver. Bronze 40.1 as well. Shaken out as she enters the crux part of this route. Jessie Pilz is the high point at the moment. Jessie's guaranteed a medal.
An early clip from Randall.
Which might be smart, to be honest. I think it's better than going past it.
Yeah, and a campus match.
Oh, just fingertips on there.
I was going to say, I'm not sure whether that's confident climbing or desperation climbing.
Manon Healy's endurance was incredible earlier, and it's still
She
good.
sat right on that heel.
Oh. It's about as close as it comes.
Will it be enough to catch Jessie? Unfortunately not. But a really good fight from Manon.
Yeah, so silver. So Janja begins her European Championship final. It'll be interesting to see where she decides to rest, because she's so good at timing these things.
And how much she decides to rest as well. Whether she's like, this is too easy, I don't need to rest here, or whether she goes cautious, which sometimes she does in a final. I think when the final's not desperate, we see Janja climb maybe a little bit hesitantly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Until she gets to the top, where she usually does a move and she's like, okay, no one else did that move.
Yeah.
And then we see a smile and she relaxes.
Yeah, Innsbruck was an example of that.
Precisely. And I wonder when she'll decide that everyone else fell off.
Well, she'll know they're out there for a while. No one really falling particularly early. Janja perhaps, was the lowest on 12, on 18. And once again, it is Janja versus Jessie.
Yeah.
So Janja looking good at the moment. I think that was more a sweat wipe than a wave to the crowd, but it worked for both. So she's underneath now, leaning back with those straight arms. Slightly fumbled the clip, but got it in the second time.
Crowd patiently waiting for her to get to the exciting bit.
Yeah, I know.
Are we going to see something crazy?
No real hesitation from her.
Yeah, just a 90-degree lock off and rotation on one arm. No sweat.
So 2 fingers in that pocket.
Looking pretty focused, not into the fun zone yet.
Yeah, steady climbing from Janja. She moves gradually up the leaderboard. She'll have to be really precise with these next movements. So a lot of fiddly sequences to come. Picture was well set up for her.
Looking absolutely chilled here in this fiddly section with all the toe hooks.
Yeah, you can see just screwing the foot in order to guarantee the purchase. Now she chooses to rest. First real big rest she's had. Moving right and left and back again. Reversing sequences. It's really hard not to get carried away with this. It's like the atmosphere in the stadium with the music, the crowd.
I know, I've got my head's bobbing.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to tap my foot.
Yeah, exactly. If you're watching at home, I hope you're enjoying this as much as we are here in the stadium as Janja makes another clip, continues onwards. Another pocket in.
Really nice
Drags the
climbing
right.
from Janja so far. Super smooth.
Yeah, great work from her, making sure of those pockets, and now it begins, the really physical part. Where is she going to clip?
That's true. Oh, she's climbing up past Manon's clipping position.
Makes the bump, nice.
Looking so much stronger on these moves than all the other women.
Look at the time as well, 2 minutes 15.
Yeah, she's going to the top.
That is an awkward rest.
And a
though.
crazy lock-off from Janja as a rest.
And then look at that hill, then just immediately relaxes straight away.
Still pulling on one arm, so she must be pretty fresh.
Right, but she is having to work now, starting to bump. Jessie looks up. She is our current gold medalist, remember. And that is her high point on the screen, 45.1.
And there's a bend in the arm, so...
Yeah, it's starting to go here for Janja. Can she push through this last sequence?
Ooh. Okay, and then seemingly is going to static this move. Wow, and I think she tried hard there.
Yeah, she did, and she is into the #1 position.
Some crazy knee flexibility there.
Oh, Janja snatches and gets it
And
out
she's
to the tick
fighting.
point.
This is so exciting.
This is brilliant to see, right? Janja going for it, has won. She doesn't know it yet. Up she goes again with the left hand. There's the top, beckoning. Big fall potential here, and it's a jump over to the left. She sets herself up, swings, and does spin to the ground head first.
And that was close.
That was. Well, that is our top 3. Janja going, but Jessie Biltz and Manon Healy walk away with gold, silver, and bronze here in Munich.
3 happy-looking ladies who all climbed superbly.
Well, that is it. The end of our women's finals. We get confirmation of the results. A couple of draws there due to count back. That's how they were separated. Mia Krampel, good fight from her for 4th place. Alexandra Totkova. And then as we go down, Aliska Adamovska. Hannah Moyle, the home favourite. Yevgenia coming up in last of the 18. A slip down low for her.